The recent outbreak of violence in Sudan has left the country in a state of chaos, with the dead toll growing to 200 and the ambassador of the European Union (EU) to Sudan being attacked. The EU has now withdrawn its ambassador from the country. The situation is critical and requires the prompt attention and participation of the international community. After a military coup in Sudan, which resulted in the overthrow of the transitional government, fighting broke out between members of the military and civilian organizations. Protests and acts of violence have broken out across the nation as a direct result of the dissolution of the government and the proclamation of a state of emergency by the military. The ambassador of the European Union to Sudan, Robert van den Doel, was assaulted when he was in the middle of a visit to a hospital in the city of Omdurman, which is found in the state of Khartoum. The assault on the ambassador is an unmistakable sign of the deteriorating security situation in Sudan, as well as a lack of respect for the diplomatic immunity that is afforded to officials there. As a result of the violence, thousands of people have been forced to flee their homes, further aggravating the humanitarian catastrophe that already existed in the country. The situation in Sudan is extremely precarious, and it is imperative that immediate action be done to re-establish peace and security in the country. The United Nations and the rest of the international community have both issued statements strongly condemning the violence and demanding an immediate end to the hostilities. In addition, the United Nations has demanded that all sides take part in peaceful negotiation in order to find a solution to the issue, and that they put the needs and welfare of the people of Sudan first. In addition, the European Union has voiced its concern about the deteriorating security situation in Sudan and urged for a stop to the bloodshed there. The European Union has made it clear that it stands in sympathy with the people of Sudan and will keep supporting attempts to find a peaceful solution to the issue. The current issue in Sudan serves as a reminder of the precarious nature of democracy, as well as the significance of honoring the will of the country's population. It is imperative that members of the international community maintain their support for the people of Sudan as they work toward establishing a democratic and peaceful country. To summarize, the emergence of violence in Sudan is reason for concern and calls for the immediate attention and participation of the international community. The gravity of the problem is made abundantly obvious by the attacks on the EU ambassador to Sudan, as well as the displacement of thousands of people. It is vital that all sides engage in peaceful conversation in order to resolve the issue and put the needs of the people of Sudan as a priority. The violence has been condemned by both the United Nations and the European Union, and both organizations have urged for an immediate cease of hostilities.